Hey guys, it's been a while. I know my background's different again, but that's just a result of my life always changing and me having to just adapt and figure it out. Also, I'm gonna try out this whole hat thing. It's in my icon, so I figured maybe it'll help people know who it's me, and it's really comfortable. And yeah, I'm just gonna try it out. So today's topic is 5 things I learned after taking a break from social media for 1 week. 1. I have a lot of free time. During my first couple days, I found myself scrolling through apps on my phone. Like, I'd scroll through and like try to find them, but nothing would be there, and I just kind of hover like, eh. I realized I spend so much of my day just scrolling through apps. Like, I'll start with Facebook, and then I'll check out Instagram, and then I'll look at the stories on Instagram, and then I'll go to Snapchat and do the same thing, and then like 2 hours have passed, and I'm still on the toilet, and I'm like, where did my day go? But after cutting out social media, I got really bored, and I'm like, yo, I gotta do something. So I ended up making more storyboards for my first short. Mind you, I wrote this thing like 2 years ago. I started making and editing more YouTube videos, and I just started getting more organized with my personal projects. It was just so simple because I had the time. Now, mind you, I did spend a lot of time on YouTube. It was, I would say, half entertainment and then other half like tutorials so I could learn how to do stuff. I basically got a lot of my day back that I wasted looking at other people's lives or just other dank memes. Number 2, I'm not really missing out. One big fear I had about social media is that I would miss out. Like, I'd miss out on a new trend everybody was talking about. I'd miss out about something new that I might like, or I just won't see about these other people's lives that I've been so invested in. But rather than seeking a new feed of constant new information, I started to spend more time on my own self-interest. I started paying attention to the things that I like more and spent more time like doing that. Like, I watched 3 Below, a new series that just came out. It was really fun to just chill and watch that for myself. I spent more time writing in my journal and reflecting about like my days and my life. I spent more time organizing my personal projects. And I also spent some time writing my series. Like, it was as if I got a whole new perspective on the stuff that I already enjoy. I was able to minimize the distraction and influence that is always coming at me and take some time to focus on what's really important to me. Number 3, I celebrated the small victories more. The biggest problem I have with social media is that I constantly compare myself to other people. I see other people and they have successful jobs, or they're traveling the world, or they're hanging out with friends, or they're posting consistently good art. And seeing that just makes me feel bad about myself. And then I end up feeling really depressed and sad, and then I start to resent those people, and it's just not a good place to be. But the reality is, I'm not taking the time to look at my own life and what I've accomplished for myself. When I did that, I was able to realize that I've accomplished quite a bit through this past year, and a lot of it is my own personal goals. Started the first animators club at my college. I storyboarded my first short. I started a new YouTube that I wanted to for years about cartoons and anime, and I've graduated with my bachelor's degree. Heck, I even schedule doctors and dentists and vision appointments all by myself. So even though I don't have that industry full-time art job, or I'm not traveling the world, I'm still really happy with where I am right now, and I know that I'm gonna get to the place that I want to be. No, social media has really helped me realize that I'm really doing a lot for my life, and I don't have to constantly record or tell people about it to validate it. Number 4, I sought out quality company. Now, with social media, when you have 1 million followers, it's easy to feel like you're connected with a bunch of people. But the reality is you're probably not that close with them all. I mean, of course, you can build relationships over time online, but sometimes just liking and commenting on people's pictures isn't enough. When I started to feel lonely and I started to feel like maybe I should get these apps back, I had to make an effort to text and call my friends, and it was great. I don't have too many IRL friends around here right now, but I know I still need human interaction. And after every conversation that I have with my friends, I feel super energized and just ready to get back into my own world. I feel more connected to people than I have before, and I'm really taking the time to evaluate how close my relationships really are and being like, is it just on social media, or are we like actually close? Number 5, social media is a valuable tool for pushing out your content. Now, I realize that this is kind of a contradiction to everything else I'm talking about, but it's true. During my week, I did actually get social media back, but it was Instagram and Snapchat, and I only used them to promote the new YouTube video that I had coming out. I got them, I downloaded them again, I made a post, and then I immediately deleted them after. Just gotta realize the fact that we have these apps that help us push out our content to let people know when we're making things is really useful. But it's just making sure to keep the balance of using it in a healthy manner versus using it to just feel depressed. Number 6. Social media is a good way to keep in contact with good friends. Now I know this contradicts a lot of what I said earlier, but sometimes your relationships just happen to go to different apps. Like, I have some friends who I talk to mostly on Snapchat. I have some other friends who I talk to mostly on Messenger, and others on Instagram Direct. Sometimes my phone is off, and sometimes other people's phones are off, and it's just easier to turn on Wi-Fi, use an app, and then message them. Once again, it's just about having that healthy relationship with social media. If you can keep in touch with your loved ones, with the people you care about, and not get overwhelmed by all the other stuff, then awesome. Use social media, that's fine. But if you feel yourself getting that pressure back, then it's best to just take a step back and maybe communicate with them in a different way. There's other apps that use Wi-Fi like WhatsApp, or just have Messenger and not Facebook app, or other texting apps that you can still use to keep in contact with people without having to deal with all the other social media stuff. All in all, taking that break really showed me that I don't have the best relationship with social media. I'm gonna work on using it more productively and pushing out my content, but I think I'm just gonna leave it there for now. I love finding new artists or new songs through social media, but I'm thinking maybe I might schedule a time or a day that I spend a little bit of time just, exploring, but not as much as I have been. But we'll see. I don't know. Now, this isn't for everybody, and some people know how to manage social media well, so if that's you. But if you want to try this out, I highly recommend just deleting all the apps from your phone and doing that for a week. And just see what happens. Just 1 week, that's all. I don't know, that's just how I feel. But what is your relationship with social media like? If you plan on trying this out, go ahead and let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear about your experiences and how you feel about the whole shebang. I've been thinking about trying to do more tutorial stuff, kind of technical, like about Adobe stuff that stuff I figured out, or maybe more creative writing, ideation stuff. So let me know in the comments if you'd be interested in seeing any of that kind of content or not. I don't know. Either way, I'm gonna make it somehow. So thank you guys so much for watching, and peace out. Thank you guys so much for watching, and peace out.